Imagine being at one of the biggest clubs in the world, training among the giants of the Premier League, wearing Liverpool's iconic red jersey, and still being almost a shadow within the squad. Now, imagine that, with less than 150 minutes played in the most competitive league on the planet, you still manage to make a statistical mark that leaves everyone stunned. Sounds like a movie script? Well, that's exactly what's happening with Wataru Endo, the quiet, but absolutely relentless, 32-year-old Japanese defensive midfielder. Endo arrived at Liverpool carrying the aura of a silent warrior, forged in the intense arenas of the Bundesliga with VfB Stuttgart, where he made his mark as an indispensable player. His transfer to Anfield came with high expectations, especially because he embodies the kind of athlete who doesn't seek the spotlight but excels at doing the dirty work, protecting the defence, breaking up opposition plays, and bringing balance to the midfield. However, under the leadership of Arne Slot, the scenario changed drastically. Despite all his experience and dedication, Endo has been relegated to a secondary role, not having started a single Premier League match this season. His time on the pitch is limited, totalling just 143 minutes in England's top flight. But here's the fascinating detail. Even with so few opportunities, Endo has managed to stand out in spectacular fashion. A recent statistic revealed something unbelievable about the Japanese player. He leads the Premier League in fouls committed per 90 minutes. An astonishing 4.6 fouls per full game, a shockingly high number considering he's barely crossed the 2-hour mark in league action. To put it into perspective, Will Hughes of Crystal Palace trails behind him, but with much lower numbers. The gap between them is striking, which makes Endo's performance all the more remarkable. And it doesn't stop there. What's truly eye-catching is that despite his tactical aggression, Endo hasn't received a single yellow card this season. Yes, you read that right. Not one card. That seems nearly impossible in a sport as physical as modern football, especially for a defensive midfielder whose primary role is to engage in duels and disrupt opposing attacks. Yet Endo, with his tactical intelligence and surgical precision, manages to fulfill his role without crossing the disciplinary line. It's as if he's a master of containment, always calculating his moves to avoid punishment while keeping the team safe. This combination of controlled aggression and defensive efficiency is rare and extremely valuable. Although he's spent most of the season on the bench, Endo has proven that when called upon, he gives everything for the team. He's not just a player who steps onto the field to perform basic tasks. He's a natural fighter, willing to do the hard work that often goes unnoticed, but is absolutely essential for the team's harmony and success. Now think about this, a player who plays so little time, yet still manages to lead rankings in such specific and impactful statistics. This peculiarity makes Endo an intriguing figure in the transfer market. With rumours that Eintracht Frankfurt is interested in bringing him back to Germany, Liverpool now holds a strategic advantage in negotiating his potential departure. Even after spending a season mostly out of the main lineup, Endo remains a respected and sought-after player, thanks to his impeccable work ethic and the impressive stats he accumulated in such a short period. For Eintracht Frankfurt, Endo would be a practical and reliable reinforcement for the midfield. His Bundesliga experience and tactical understanding of the European game would be an added bonus. Moreover, the possibility of returning to Germany could be seen by Endo as a chance to rediscover his best form and regain prominence in a familiar environment. On the other hand, Liverpool faces a dilemma. Does it make sense to keep a player with such technical and mental quality who can't find space in the starting lineup? Or would it be better to take advantage of the moment and cash in on his sale, especially considering he still draws interest in the market? Regardless of the outcome, one thing is certain. Wataru Endo deserves applause for his dedication and professionalism during his time at Anfield. He may not have been a regular name in Arne Slot's lineups, but his contribution goes beyond the minutes played. He represents the resilient spirit of football, the kind of player who never gives up, who works hard behind the scenes, and who, even in difficult moments, continues to look for ways to stand out. While Endo's future remains uncertain, one thing is clear. He leaves a unique legacy at Liverpool. Whether through his impressive stats or his exemplary attitude on and off the pitch, he will be remembered as a player who brought discipline and passion to the club. And who knows, perhaps his next adventure is exactly what he needs to shine brightly once again. If you found Wataru Endo's journey at Liverpool impressive, get ready to dive into another equally engaging narrative. While the Japanese midfielder fights to find his place in the team, another Red Star seems to be contemplating a new direction. Luis Diaz, the electrifying Colombian who won hearts at Anfield, has been sending subtle signs that he might be considering leaving the club. Recent statements and emotional gestures have raised doubts about his future. To find out more about this intriguing possibility, click here and explore the next story that promises to stir things up even more behind the scenes at Liverpool. Football is made of stories like these, where small details and big performances create deep connections between players and fans. Endo and Diaz, although in different situations, share the same essence: the relentless pursuit of leaving their mark, regardless of the circumstances. Let the next chapters of these journeys come, because they promise to be full of emotion, surprises, and, above all, passion for the game. And so, while Wataru Endo writes his name in Liverpool's history with impressive statistics and a unique playing style, another Red Star seems ready to begin a new chapter. Luis Diaz, the Colombian who won fans' hearts with his speed, skill, and unmistakable grit, has been showing signs that he may be considering leaving Anfield. Emotion-filled statements and reflections on his future have sparked speculation about what the forward's next move might be. Could he be preparing for a new adventure away from the Mersey? To find out more about this intriguing possibility and understand what it could mean for Liverpool's future, click the card on the side and get all the details that promise to shake up the club's backstage even more. See you there.